Good day, ma'am. I'm Jasmin Corpuz from BSN2A Group 1. So, for today, ma'am, I will present or give my interpretation of the partograph that you have given to us. So, before I start, I will give a brief overview of part of the partograph. Partograph is a graphical representation of events through which maternal or fetal condition is assessed simultaneously in a single sheet. Starting with the patient profile consisting of name and date of admission, the obstetrical score, gestation weeks, and the consultant name, and so on. And this partograph, we use it to monitor also the maternal and fetal well-being as well in order to document them properly so that we may be able to assess the progress of fetal well-being and make a plan and decide accordingly. And so, in the partograph, we the uterine contraction mentioned in squares of a vertical column in a 10 minutes interval and fill it accordingly to intensity of duration of contraction. And here, the oxytocin infuse is mentioned also. And the drugs and IV fluid infusion are stated also. It's for recording the maternal pulse in every 30 minutes and denoting it by DAT or BP in every 2 hours. In the below of it is a temperature in degrees Celsius. And the last section includes urine analysis consisting of physical characteristics, color, and the volume, and the pH, and the specific gravity of the test of the presence of acetone and the glucose and also the protein of the patient. So, the name of our patient is Mrs. C. She was admitted last September 19, 2013. She is gravida 4 and para 3+0. Her time of admission is 10 o'clock and her hospital number is 6639. Her ruptured membrane is 4. So, the first that we need to monitor is the fetal heart rate of the baby. For monitoring the fetal heart rate of the baby, we need to use a Doppler. So as we can see here, the fetal heart rate of the fetal or the baby is decreasing, so we need to monitor it accordingly. And we should also monitor the liquor molding of the patient. And for the liquor molding, if the color is clear, we need to note C. But if it's meconium stain, we should denote M. But if the color is blood stain, we should note B. But in the record of Mrs. C, I think it is okay and normal. And the next that we need to monitor is the cervix or the plot X and the descent of head or the plot O. So the first that we need to monitor in here is the cervical dilatation of the mother during labor. Along the left side, there are squares from 0 to 10, each representing of 1 to centimeter dilatation. And along the bottom of graph, the numbers of 0 to 24 each, presenting 1 hour. And the first stage of labor is divided into a latent and active phase. And then active phase. And the second one is the descent of head. So the final diagnosis is abstracted with fetal head of 3/5 palpable above the symphysis pubis. And at 14, we need to continue the observation of contractions to ensure at least 3 contractions every 10 minutes. For the 15, continue emotional and physical support including hydration because Mrs. C, sorry ma'am, excuse me po. So, because Mrs. C and her family may become discouraged with lack of progress and emotionally and physically exhausted. We should also to continue attentive monitoring of maternal and fetal condition. Have a cross alert line. Blood-stained amniotic fluid is noted, so vigilance of maternal and fetal conditions is warranted. And the next that we need to monitor is the pulse rate and the blood pressure of the mother. And the uterine, the urine rather, we should check the protein and the acetone and the volume. But at the 17, the decision was taken to do a cesarean section, and this way rapidly done. The problem that we expected to the baby or to this condition, the baby will have an asphyxia and meconium aspiration. So that's all for our partograph, ma'am, and that's all for my interpretation. Thank you and God bless, ma'am. Thank you for listening.